Let's go.
Let's go.
Will you marry me?
Yes!
Is love making us vulnerable, or is it a valuable thing in our life that we want to live with?
Yes. First of all, there has to be value within you. And then you can share it with the other. That you can call as love. On the other hand, all that you carry within is hurts and wounds born out of ignorance. Then there is just vulnerability. And even if you relate to the other, all you will be sharing is wounds. And see, just because you are gripping the other tightly, that does not mean there is love or affection. Right? A jeweler holds on to his wares very tightly. Even the street vegetable vendor would not tolerate a stray animal coming and picking on his veggies. That does not mean there is love. Just that the vendor expected some gain out of selling those fruits or vegetables. And now he seems to be losing what he desired of. So he's angry. That does not mean that there is any love. Love, first of all, is a very internal thing, very individual thing. It is not a thing between two people. First of all, love is a thing between you and yourself. First of all, love is your attraction towards your own inner purity. And then that purity shines through in all your relationships. That is secondary love. But for that secondary love to be great, to be lovely, first of all, the primary thing must be set all right. It would sound strange, I know, and I can gather from your expression. But love is, first of all, a thing within each person. I ought to have a taste for the inner sky, for purity, for not being little or confined or scared. I don't want to be all that. And that is love. I love myself so much that I cannot allow myself to lead a petty life. Do you get a sense of what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That is love. You can also relate it to self-respect. You can relate it to fulfilling your potential.
So that point really gets me to think that the nature of love is also to evolve. A person who's evolving can perhaps admit to the nature of evolving love, which is changing through different stages of life with the other person as well.
Yes, of course. You see, inwardly, one is on a journey.
Yeah.
Right? Hopefully, on an upward journey. Right?
Not to come down.
Not to come down. Inwardly, one is continuously becoming better, and that is the purpose of life. And if one is related to the other, that upwardness, that newly gained height would obviously be shared. And the nature of relationship must accommodate that, not just accommodate that, celebrate that. I have become better. I am no more the person you once related to.
Yeah.
Please celebrate that instead of complaining, instead of saying, "Oh, you have changed, you are no more the same person." Yes, I'm no more the same person, I'm a better one now. Cherish it. That must be there. And when that is there, then you know you have a nice relationship at hand. On the other hand, if the other starts feeling insecure, why are you getting better? Why are you changing? Why are you expanding your horizons? Why are you traveling more? Why are you earning more? Why are you reading more? Why are you getting wiser and deeper? Why are you becoming less afraid? Right? Why is your inner landscape becoming cleaner? No, I don't like all that. You remain the 18-year-old that I once proposed to. If you must remain that.
Yeah, the
Otherwise,
college kid.
You must remain that college kid. Otherwise, I'll accuse you of disloyalty and infidelity. You have changed. No, this is sickness.
Yeah. In fact, I was coming to this point because in our daily, observations around us also, we see, especially in husband-wife relationships, two people must have fallen in love in their early 20s. They got married and now they are in their mid 40s or whatever. And both keep on accusing each other of being a changed person. And that has affected their family life or whatever. Something as simple as that, as a man starting to going to gym. The woman becomes insecure. Whom are you trying to impress?
Right.
I'm the same person. Why are you changing yourself?
Right.
But perhaps the guy is just trying to be more healthy and, evolving. So what advice would you give, Acharya Ji, to a couple in a situation like that fell in love when they were in college?
Accompany him to the gym. Accompany him to the gym.
Yeah.
That's the advice.
Evolve together?
Evolve together. What? And if the other one doesn't want you to go to the gym, you must still keep going to the gym.
Find your own time.
Find your own time. And ultimately, you see, you are born alone, you die alone. Your first accountability is towards yourself. All your relationship exist because of you. Right? You are at the center of all your relationship. So take care of yourself, be good to yourself. Only when there is light within can it radiate outwards. If you extinguish the light within, there is no way you can be of any use to others. And this was, by the way, was a new one even for me. Why are you going to the gym? Whom are you trying to impress?
No, but this is a very common complaint. Somebody just takes up a sport. These days, pickleball has become very interesting. Golf has become an interesting sport. And, especially men, I think it's their way of unwinding. They take to a sport. And women who don't have any other outlet, who was used to going out on dinner dates on weekends, suddenly finds that the husband is busy playing golf. So this brings a lot of friction in relationships.
The very purpose of love is to help the other rise. Right? Instead, if love is of a type that gets scared on seeing the other rise, then it was never love in the first place.
But that's also a very fabric of the society. I'm talking about the Indian context, where a lot of relationships are built on arranged basis, where people tried to fall in love. They showed everyone that they are in love. They started a family together. But after, let's say, 5, 10, 15 years, that starts unwinding.
Must be really difficult to bear, no? I just shudder at the even thought of it. Must be very difficult to bear.
But I'm going to connect that to
all the
our
pretense
society.
Starts falling through.
I'm going to connect that to our society. We've been quoting numbers about the fact that India is one of the countries which has the lowest divorce rates. Is that something to be proud of or something to worry about?
Neither. You see, if first of all the foundation of the relationship, the association, was strong, if the relationship was built from the right place, the right center, right ingredients, then it's a great thing if there is no divorce. It's a great thing. On the other hand, if the relationship was faulty even to begin with, then it cannot be a great thing if there is no divorce. So, divorce comes later, always. The first thing is the quality of the relationship, the quality, the strength of the very foundation the relationship is built on. If the relationship is built on the right foundation, it is a thing of celebration that the relationship has been lasting and there is no divorce, no acrimony, nothing. Wonderful. On the other hand, if the two got together on greed, on ignorance, on lust, on fear, on loneliness, on social pressure, and they are still carrying on, I do not know whether this continuity is a problem bigger than divorce.
But Acharya Ji, in your observation around us, is it also true that love fades away? There was love once, and now there is none.
Attraction fades away.
So the identity of the connection was wrong.
Obviously, there was no love in the first place. That's what the movies have told us. This is love. Boy meets girl, girl meets boy, and the rainbows, and the scarves, and the teddy bears, and the chocolates, and that is love. So you feel this is love. This is not love at all.
That's Valentine's Day.
And it must fade away, and it must be admitted that it has faded away and there was no love. Maybe that will open the gates to love. It's never too late. And I'm not talking of love of the man-woman kind necessarily. As I said, love is first of all a very individual thing. It is about you being committed to your own highest potential. That is love. Because unless I am all right, how will I relate to someone in the right way?
There is a chapter on when closeness becomes a cage, in which we are talking about continuously checking on our relationships. If we have become dependent, have I turned exploitative? Have I started holding self-centered expectations? And is the other person expecting too much? If we are constantly checking on our relationships, are we truly enjoying our relationships?
No, checking is not an active thing. It is a thing of passive observation. I do not mean you have to check on somebody or inquire like a policeman.
But reflect.
Just see. Be open to what you see. Don't close your eyes. The fact is there, out in the open. Don't be blind to it. That's what I mean. It's almost like being sensitive to your own health, right? Right? You must know there's something in the back that hurts. Something is here, something is what's happening to my eyesight. It's like that.
So if you use Gen Z lingo, these can be the red flags?
Yeah, the red flags. And there are red flags. Just that desire makes us blind to them. When you are so full of desire, then red flags turn green. You don't want to admit that there are obvious red flags in the relationship because you're looking forward to the next date or to the next sexual encounter. So you don't want to admit that, no, there is a deep problem here. Wait, let's check. Let's question. Let's be doubly sure. And then we'll proceed. You are afraid of questioning. You are afraid of inquiring. You don't ask the right questions. People speak over phone or they sit in front of each other for hours at a stretch. Yet they would never even touch some important points to discuss. Some questions are deliberately avoided. Some things they very well know. If they are discussed, would be like, as they say, the spanner in the wheels. So say they know the no-go zone. They don't go there. They don't go there because the relationship might be troubled. And why must the relationship be sustained? Because there's a desire to fulfill. The most important questions are the ones that are never asked.
And but someday they will be asked.
Even if you don't ask them, though they will be exposed. That's the nature of life. It's an important topic. By the very fact that it is important, life will bring it up in some way or the other. How much can you avoid it? But we avoid it for the sake of temporary fulfillment of desire. It's almost like, let's say you are a vegetarian, right? And there is an item there in the bakery. You don't take eggs. But it looks so tempting that you don't want to check with the seller whether it has egg.
Yeah.
You know the question is dangerous. So you would pretend, you would convince yourself there is no egg here, and you will buy it and eat it. You will not ask the very obvious question, does it have egg? You will not ask the question. That's what. In the relationship, when it's in its formative stage, the most important questions are never asked, and then avoidance becomes a rule in the relationship. You don't ask me this, I won't ask you that. Let us exist on a barter basis. Give and take becomes the nature of the relationship. Just download the Acharya Prashant app, and there you go to the community section, and you have live testimonials streaming in at the rate of 1 every 5 minutes. I'm seeing lives change in thousands, if not millions, every day in front of my own eyes. We are doing it.
Right.
We have actually done it.
Join the community of more than 2 lakh participants on the Acharya Prashant app. Your first month is completely free. You'll get full access to Gita Mission. On the app, you will get regular live sessions, daily exclusive conversations with Acharya Prashant, access to the vibrant Gita community, wisdom exams, curated news, audiobooks, quotes, and much more. Search Acharya Prashant on Google Play Store or Apple App Store and download now.